Hey guys, so today's video is reviewing Creature Cosmetics, and it's a new Gothic horror brand that I've recently come across in probably the past year. And I took a scroll on the website and had a look at the few things, and I just absolutely fell in love with everything that they had on there. If my wallet would have let it, I would have just bought everything. So it's actually arrived. It arrived yesterday, I believe. I got a phone call from my partner saying that it had been delivered, and I can't wait to open it and see what we get. So we'll just do a quick overview of the things that I ordered from Creature Cosmetics, and this brand has actually come all the way from America. So if you are in the UK and you are wanting to order from this brand, just allow for the fact that it does take at least about a week, maybe a week and a half for it to arrive in the UK, because obviously it's international and they're having to ship internationally. So this was the first thing I got, and it actually, the proper version on the website, this is just the box that you can order, because they do this thing where you can actually buy the eyeshadow palette boxes by themselves. And I believe on the website it was $1, so that'd probably work around about something, I reckon about 90 pence for UK prices. And this is just something I wanted to get to put on my display because I absolutely love the box. I couldn't afford to get the palette this time round, but when I can get the palette, I will be getting the palette because I fell in love with it. So that's just a palette box. And then through the back, it's just amazing, absolutely incredible is the design, and all the packaging's like this as well. It's just top quality. The next thing that I ordered was the Art Crispies palette, and it's actually a palette that comes with Art the Clown, and this is also in the style of a cereal box, and I love the fact that it's got a little maze on the back. You could do the maze, I suppose, but for the purpose of me being a collector and a collector of horror memorabilia and horror merchandise, this is going to be going on my shelf for definite. I'm going to try and keep it as nice as possible because I do want to eventually get the full Terrifier collection from Creature Cosmetics, because the packaging it's honestly next level. I have never seen a makeup company bring out makeup products with packaging like this. It's so unique. I wasn't expecting it to be this good. The design on it is just incredible, so like I can't get over it. I really can't. So we'll open it up, and it's not like your normal eyeshadow palettes where you have a hinge like this to be able to just lift the lid up and have it sitting at the top. You actually take it off. It's a magnetic lid, so you can actually remove it, which, to be fair, I think is quite a good idea, because then you can just put that aside and you don't have to worry about the lid flapping down again and then pushing it back up and then coming back down and pushing it back up. The colours are beautiful. Colours are honestly, I haven't seen colours like this before, and the names for them are so creative. Like Bath Bag, I love that. It's absolutely such a fantastic name for an eyeshadow colour. And then you can put it back on, and then his glasses that you get, you can actually stick it back on his face. So just like that, lethal lollipop mirror. And again, the Trick or Treat packaging is just out of this world. Honestly, out of this world. Definitely hits the theme that it was going for. And then you've also got all of Sam's 4 simple rules to follow. So the first rule is always wear a costume. Your second rule is always pass out treats. Third rule, never blow out a jack-o'-lantern. And fourth rule is always check your candy. I think they're very wise words from Sam himself. So we'll open this up, and this, absolutely amazing for a mirror. I did expect it to be slightly bigger, but just look at that, honestly. it's amazing, it really is, and it's such a creative idea for mirror. And I thought that it only being half a mirror would affect it, but it doesn't, because you can still see your full face in the mirror, and you can bring it closer to your eyes if you need it to be more magnified. This is actually a pomade, and I love that the box is in the style of a Ouija board, and just wait until you actually see the pomade itself. So I got this in the shade Witching Hour. Looks like a planchette piece. Honestly, just stunning, absolutely stunning. They really are hitting the mark here with the packaging, and they know exactly who their target audience are. 100% they know their target audience. So let's open this up, and you can see that it's just a nice black pomade, and that's going to be really nice as a base layer. So the next thing that I got was actually a lipstick, because I thought I've got to try one of the lipsticks. I've seen a few TikToks on the lipstick, and a lot of people have said so many good things about them. Love the fact that it's a little cassette tape. Let's turn it round, and that's just everything on the back. Honestly, stunning, absolutely stunning. And I love the cobwebs at the top. Absolutely love the cobwebs at the top. So I got this in shade Nosferatu, because Nosferatu was actually one of the first horror movies, well, not one of the first horror movies, but one of the first black and white horror movies that I watched, and I watched it in music at Top School. Let's just take this out. A lot of people have said that it's such an easy transfer, like glides onto your skin really easy. So I'll just do a quick swatch. Wow, look at that. That is just so pigmented. So this is actually the Dr. Stain's Lip Killer Hydrating Lipstick Remover Serum. So it's in it we have coconut oils, which help rejuvenate and hydrate. This helps remove your lipstick, as well as in keeping them hydrated and plumped and all that kind of stuff. And the packaging is absolutely adorable. Just look at that for a packaging. So the first thing we're going to be trying is the, oh, get that the right way, the pomade in shade Witching Hour. Let's just pop a little bit on my brush. As you can see, that it's such a black font, like that is pretty black, and it is very hard for me, especially in Britain. It's very hard to try and find a nice black pigmented pomade. So just carry on popping a little bit on my brush. I'll just do a little little swatch on my wrist here, and wow, that is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And it's so creamy as well. It went on my skin like butter, just went on like butter. And the pigment itself isn't that bad, to be honest. It's not as dark as it is in the pot, but with a few layers you'll get the shade that you're after. And I'm just going to use this pomade as a base for any black shadows that I use, just to help intensify the black on the eyes, because I like a good smoky cat eye look. So we'll just put a little bit more on, and then we'll use my lethal lollipop mirror, and we'll see how this works with doing makeup. So I'll just brush that bit of hair out my face, and then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a crease like this. I'll just zoom in a little bit for you, I'll let me. No, it won't. So just going to dab some on the eyes, and wow, absolutely incredible. That is going on so easily. The pomades I've had in the past have just haven't transferred as nicely as this. And what I like about it as well is it's a buildable shade. So if you wanted it to be more of a smoky texture, you'd only need to go in maybe once or twice. But if you wanted it to be full on black, I'd go in at least a good 4 times. So we'll just add more. I'll bring a little bit up here, just so we get our cat eye. I probably look a bit like an idiot at the moment having these on my eyes, but they are a lifesaver. Look at that. Look how stunning it is. Absolutely beautiful. Right. This is first time I've ever used them, and it's not a biased opinion or anything, but I am genuinely impressed with this pomade. Really impressed with this pomade. As I was saying, it's a lovely creamy formula. It goes on to your skin so easily. There's none of, you don't have to drag it, you don't have to tug at it, you don't have to pull your eyelid. And it's very, very easy to use, really easy to use. Because that's another thing with some pomades. They can be quite hard and quite difficult to blend. Because you'll find that some formulas aren't as creamy as others, and some are quite dry already, and you have to put like setting sprays or primers inside them to help make it a bit more creamy and loosen the formula up a bit. But this, you don't have to do anything to it at all. You just dip your brush in and away you go, just like that. Right, so the pomade is set and we've got my other eye done. So now we're going to go in with my Art the Clown Art Crispies palette. So the first shade we're going to use is the Tricks No Treats, which is actually going to be the shade that I'm going to be putting over the pomade itself. So I'll just get my mirror again. So let's see how this does. Oh wow, so I hardly have to dip my brush in the pan and look at all the powder that's already come on, that's just gathered up on my brush. So this might be a palette that you may have to tap any excess off, but we'll just give it a go first and see if we actually have any fallout with the palette and with the shades, because Creature Cosmetics are meant to be really good for having no fallout in their eyeshadows. So we'll just pat this on that pomade that I've applied. Beautiful, absolutely a beautiful transfer. Wow, this is just incredible. Absolutely seamless. It's going on so smoothly. I'm hardly having to put any weight on my brush as well. That just goes to show how amazing these shades are, and the fact that they are so pigmented. They look lighter in the palette than they actually do when you're applying them. So we'll just carry on adding some more Tricks No Treats on my eyelid. And the fact that it goes nicely, it just lays nicely over the top of the pomade. And this is why we added the pomade before we did the eyeshadow, because the pomade also acts as a primer, and it just, like I've said, it helps intensifies the colour of the black. So we'll just carry on, add a tiny bit more, because I don't believe we need a lot, to be honest. And just look at that. So that's the eye with the pomade, with just the pomade, and then this is the side with the eyeshadow, and just look at that. I'm lost for words. I really am. I can't get over how good this shade has been, and it's making me really excited for trying the other shades as well in their other products. And I'm so glad that there is no fallout. So when they say that the palettes hardly have any fallout, they genuinely mean it. They don't have any fallout. I've not experienced any so far. That is the black done from the Tricks No Treats. So that's this colour that we've just applied. We're now going to go in with Bath Bag, which I absolutely love the name of the shade. They really have honestly thought about this collaboration so much. Just the art on it, the name of the shades, the colour of the shades, that honestly it is such a well thought out makeup range, and I'm really impressed by them so far. So we're just applying the white, which it's not too bad to be fair. So this is the side with the white on, and this is the side without the white on. It's not as pigmented. I'd say it's more of a cool tone and more of a skin tone than it is a white. It goes on more translucent than it does a solid white. But regardless, it's still a very nice shade to apply. Again, it's going on smoothly, going on really cleanly. The formula's a good formula. So I'll just add a little bit more. And it is going into the black a little bit, but that doesn't really matter, because we're going to be adding colour there anyway. Just tap, tap, tap. And you don't need to go aggressive with your brushes at all. You can just go really nice and soft. So all you need to do is just a simple patting motion. That's the white done. So you can see what I mean by it's more of a perfect base shade than it is just as a white eyeshadow, because it does look like it sets more clearly, more translucent on your face. It isn't a bad shade at all, it really isn't. Next shade from the palette is the Terrifier. With shimmers, what I like to do is I like to actually pat it on my eyelid, and it's a nice light colour, to be honest. So if you wanted to do a really dark, intense, smoky red look, this would be a really nice top shade to put on top of that look, because it'll help break it down. Just do more patting and grabbing. And to be honest, this is quite a nice shade as well. It's a little bit light for my liking, but that's only because I like really intense reds. But as I say, it's the perfect shade for going over the top of it. So if you wanted to do a halo eye, it'd be the perfect look, perfect shimmer for a halo eye. If you wanted to do a smoky eye with it, I'd suggest doing this at the start of your inner corners, and then going further outwards, and then smoking it out with darker reds. And wow, look at that. This is a really nice cream formula as well. Honestly, so creamy. It feels like satin on the finger. And it does look like you have to build it up for a more intense look, but this is why it's always good to have makeup that's buildable, because if you go for makeup that isn't buildable and you go for that intense look straight away, you can find it be a bit too much, and you can find yourself removing makeup to get the desired look. So that eye was done, and honestly it's beautiful. I don't know if you can see this shimmer in it as much, it might just be my lighting, but it's a beautiful shade. So I'm going to do that with the other eye now. Right, so we've got the red shimmer applied, which was, oh gosh, I've already forgot the name of the shade. which was shade The Terrifier. That should have been so easy to remember, but for some reason my brain decided to forget it. So that's that shade applied, and honestly, I cannot rate this palette. Like, it's above a 10. Honestly, it really is above a 10. It's amazing, absolutely incredible. It's definitely worth the wait, and it's definitely worth the £21 that I paid for it. Yes, you only get 3 shades, but that doesn't really matter when it's as incredible as this. Like I say, these are really nice buildable shades. So even if you just wanted a really subtle look one day, or you wanted more of a grunge look, you know, more of an intense look, that sort of thing, this is definitely the palette to go to. I'd start having this in my kit, and I think I'm going to start using it a little bit more often. It's also, because it's that time of year again that's coming up, it's a perfect palette for Valentine's. Honestly, it's a beautiful palette for Valentine's, especially that red. You can't go wrong. And we're just gonna do an cross. So we're gonna do a little cross action, going across like that. And wow, this is such a sheer formula. It is so sheer. And it's very soft as well. Very soft and satin-like. And I can't say I've experienced a matte lipstick that has been soft and satin like this. Intense colour as well. This is the perfect lipsticks and perfect matte lipstick for a goth or anyone in the alt grunge metal community. You don't really need to put a lot on your brush, but I'm just going in for a second time because I love really dark lipstick. It's quite a thick formula as well. It's not thick as in it's a bad thickness, it's a nice thickness, so you know that it's going to last a lot longer. You don't really need a lot when you're putting it on, to be fair. But yeah, I can't get over how sheer it is and how satin-like it is. It glides on so nicely. Like, I'm very impressed with that matte lipstick. Honestly, just look at the pigment. Look how dark it is. Honestly. And it sets really nicely as well. That is set really nicely. So again, Creature Cosmetics, you've won. You've won with your matte lipstick too. That's definitely a recommendation. Shade Nosferatu. So that is the full look done. Most of it being with Creature Cosmetics makeup. And honestly, I am absolutely speechless with this brand. I am so glad that I didn't order with them because I'm thoroughly impressed. They haven't disappointed at all. The packaging's amazing, the quality of the packaging and the palettes themselves are amazing. The formulas in the eyeshadows, the pomade and the lipstick are just incredible. I honestly can't get over that lipstick, just how sheer it is and how nice it is. Everything about the line I'm just impressed, really impressed with. Like I said, the shimmer shade could be a little bit more brighter, but I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it at all because it's just that nice little soft breakdown that you need for when you're doing harsh and strong eye looks like I do all the time. I'd have to say my two favourite makeup items that I've used today and that I've reviewed today is the art palette and the lipstick they are just fantastic products, and they're beautiful. They really, really are beautiful. I can't get over them, and it was definitely worth the a week and a half wait for them to arrive, and I'm definitely 100% sure that I'm going to be ordering off them again. So now that we've got it all done, we are going to go in the last part of my video. It's going to seem silly because I'm going to apply lipstick again to get pictures for for my Instagram and TikTok and things like that, so it seems silly taking it off, but I'm going to do it anyway. So we're going to try this, and it doesn't actually say exactly how you're meant to use it, so I'm assuming that, just bear with me, I'm assuming that you can just put it on your lips, on top of the lipstick, and you should just be able to wipe it off. So I'm going to use cotton pads to wipe it off. So just apply a bit to the lips. It's very gloss-like, to be fair. It's very, very nice, and it feels really nice too. So I'm going to let that sit for a couple of seconds. Do a little dancey dance. Let that sit. And then I'm going to actually rub my lips together. So just like you would with a cleansing balm or makeup removing balm, where you rub your face and it melts the makeup off, I'm going to do that with my lips, rub my lips together, and I'm assuming it's going to melt the lipstick off. So we'll just give them a rub together for a couple of minutes.
So far, it's not really getting lighter, is it?
And it doesn't look like anything's actually coming off. So let's try the cotton pad. Oh my god. Wow. So, right. Wipe that bit there. Wow. So, it is just like the cleansing balm. You've got to rub your lips together for a couple of minutes, and it melts it off. So I'll just add a little bit more to my lips to get the rest of this off. Just add a little bit more. It does look like it can be quite messy on the skin, to be honest. So I'd probably advise doing this when you're actually taking your makeup off. Because as you can see, it's dragged a little bit down here, it's dragged a bit down to the corner of my mouth here, and we've got a little bit just along here. But I suppose that doesn't matter if you're taking your makeup off at the end of the night. So let's just see how well. Oh my god. Oh wow. Look at that. So that has removed my lipstick so damn quickly, like insanely quick. I've hardly had to do anything to remove that. That was $7, so that'd probably be about £5. That is definitely worth it. Yes, it might be a little bit messy to start with, but if you're removing your makeup, it doesn't really matter about it being messy anyway. And really nice and hydrated. They don't feel sore, they don't feel dry, they don't feel swollen or achy like sometimes they would when you're aggressively rubbing your lips to get lipstick off. They just feel amazing, honestly feel amazing. So not only is it a lipstick remover, but it's also a skincare product for your lips. Overall, these products have been incredible that I'm genuinely lost for words. I don't know how, I honestly do not know how to describe them, apart from amazing, great formula, fantastic quality, very premium packaging, very creamy formulas, very sheer. It's 100% I would recommend this product to anyone who's thought of getting from Creature Cosmetics. I would 100% recommend getting from Creature Cosmetics. Mirror, I was expecting it to be a little bit bigger, because if I put it side of my head, you can see that it's quite a small mirror. But again, it doesn't really affect anything. It doesn't affect you doing your look, because as I look into the mirror, it shows my whole face anyway. But other than that, yeah, I'm so thrilled with everything that I bought, and I definitely will be buying from again. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a subscribe, a thumbs up, and support me by going over to my other socials like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, there's Facebook, and all of my handles are exactly the same, Devil's Inferno FX. So if you do feel like supporting me, you're more than welcome to. If you don't want to support me and you just want to stop by and have a quick glance, that's completely fine as well. It doesn't affect me either way. So thank you for joining me and stopping by with my Creature Cosmetics review. I hope it was a good one, and I hope it was a pretty decent one. This is my first review that I've ever done, so I was a bit unsure on how to go about a review, but I am quite glad with how it's turned out. And like I say, the products, I just can't get over them. They're fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Not a bad word to say about them at all. So thank you guys, and we shall see you, well, I shall, not we, I shall see you in the next video.